And now for hippopotamus, apparently from another planet because it's green. I've got two white 260s, one blown up about 8 or 10 inches. I've got one blown up with about 5 inches uninflated. I've got two green 260s, each with about 4 or 5 inches uninflated on the end. And then I've also got a green 360 with about 5 or 6 inches uninflated on the end of it. Now we're going to start by taking our green 360, squeeze it to make sure it's soft. You always want to make sure these are soft when you work them. We're going to make a small fold twist so that it's not as wide as my hand there. It's just a little bigger than behind a pinch twist. Make two of those just like that, two fold twists. And we're going to make about a 3.5 inch bubble followed by a small round bubble. Make that round bubble into a pinch twist. And a little bitty small, about an inch bubble. And then another pinch twist. And then we need one more bubble the same size as that one there. Twist that back into those two fold twists where we started. And there's the beginning of our hippo's head. And we're going to make about a 4.5 to 5 inch bubble for his body. Another small bubble, got a pinch twist, and then a small bubble for his tail. I'm going to let the air out of this so I can just tie that off. And there's the beginning of our hippo. This is going to be his upper jaw. The two fold twists are going to be his cheeks. So now we're going to take our shorter white 160 and one of our 260s here. We're going to start with the 260. You're going to make about a 4 inch bubble for a leg, and we're going to twist that into the middle of where those two fold twists are. You wrap that around to make sure it's nice and secure, just like that. Then we're going to take our white 260, that short one that we had. And what I'm going to do, I kind of softened it up a bit too. I'm going to take the nozzle and twist it into those two fold twists as well. These are going to make his eyes and his head, beginning of it. So we're going to take and make about a 2 inch bubble out of both of those by twisting them together. And we're going to make another bubble the same size, twist those together like that, and then bring that down and secure that into his head by just taking the green and the white and then wrapping them around opposite sides of his head. Spin them together. Now the white we're going to take off, we don't need it anymore. Secure that in. The green we're going to continue with, so bring it back up to the top of his head. Now we're going to make the top of his head with his ears just going to go over his eyes. So what you're going to do, make sure it's kind of soft we can work it. You're going to wrap it up alongside his head, and we want it to kind of be snug around these eyes, so measure where it kind of comes across the top of his head. Make a bubble like that, and we're going to make a small round bubble, make that into a pinch twist. Now we're going to measure where it goes across his head, and then make another pinch twist for his other ear, and we need one more bubble the same size as that one over there. To complete his head, we're going to twist this down into the base of his head here. So it goes over his eyes like that. Secure them into place. Like that there. Now you can see his head beginning to take shape. There's his ears and his eyes, his upper jaw. And we're going to make his bottom jaw by making just a fold twist. What we're going to do is I'm going to squeeze the air out to the end of this and then pull off a bubble on the end the same size as that other leg, and then just use that to make that fold twist. Put that up in there. There we go. Now that gives him a bottom jaw and his other front leg. That would sit right. Just like that. So you can see our hippo is definitely beginning to take shape. He's got a head, front legs, and a body. So we're going to take our other green 260 We're going to make 2 legs, same size as his front legs. Get rid of this excess because we don't even need that. And trim these ends up just a little bit here. Divide that back into the 2 equal bubbles. And then twist these in around his tail here. And now we've got back legs. And our hippo is definitely taking a lot more shape. Now what we need to add is his teeth. And he will be ready to go. This is a little bit trickier, so we're going to take our other white 160. Let's move him out of the way. And what we need to do is I'm going to twist off about a 10 or 11 inch bubble. And then I'm just going to remove this excess, tie that up, set that aside. Now I'm going to take and make about a 2 inch bubble on the end and let the air out of that. And then come out and tie this back up on the end here, like that. Another way, if you didn't mind, if you wanted to use 2 balloons, you could just blow up a little bit on the end of each balloon and do the same thing. I'm going to take and push the knot up into there till it reaches the uninflated part. Reach through and grab it. Twist it a little bit, and then I'm going to tie that around there to secure that in place. And there is one hippo's tooth, with a little piece to attach it. Now I'm going to do the same on this other one. I'm going to twist off my little bubble where I wanted it, cut the end and let the air out, and then come out and just tie this again. Push it up in the middle till it reaches the uninflated part. Reach through and grab it, pull my finger back out, and then again just tie it around, securing, making sure I got the knot captured in there. And there's my hippo's other tooth. Then take each of these teeth and attach them to each of the pink strips there. One on that side, one on this side. Take that up in there out of the way. And now your hippo's got his teeth. And there's your little hippo.